It's March 28th. The clock says 5:49 on the stove, but I don't know if it's right or not. Let me check my computer so I can accurately document. I'm very busy and I don't have time to make a journal entry in my journal. It's 5:49 p.m. March 28th. I'm Zachary Scott Polk, Social Security number 253297166. Yeah. And I live in Toledo, Ohio. Yes, I do. And I haven't made a journal entry in a couple of days. Right now, I'm very busy trying to get my house back in shape. There's many things going on. Julie's in bed with surgery recovery, and I am caring for her as well as my now 10. Hopefully, they both live. 10 beautiful pigeons, and I manage and maintain the home, and Julie earns the income. I have no demands from her. I incur all the house duties and everything out of the respect and appreciation for one thing, the fact that she's the major breadwinner and I'm disabled on Social Security. I only make, I give her $500 a month towards the rent for a place, and I buy the food, and I make the food, and I care for the house, and I do all the labors to maintain the established living standard, despite my affluence. Yeah, your affluence is in the quality of your life. Yeah, it is. And you can't have any affluence, wealth, if you don't become efficient at running your household. And that's where your wealth is created. So anyway, I don't need to explain myself because I'm not going to do all the work for you. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm the teacher. Yes, I'm giving the dictation to the students. Yeah, my children. Yeah, my children that my wife took from me when I was mentally incapacitated and physically debilitated from being hit by a semi. Yeah, in 1997, 96. I don't know, 96 or 97. So yeah, I spent 26 years homeless. Yeah, on and off the streets, being taken advantage of because I was drinking myself to sleep at night, and guys that I capitalized on that and cheated me out of my proper wages, which I'm thankful for, because cheating me out of my proper wages was probably the best thing for me at the time, considering the intensity of the devastation state that I was in because of the emotional impacts, the psychological impacts, for one thing, plus growing up, having gone to gladiator school and been sent home with my shield. Yeah. So I'm trying to work with what little I got. Yeah, losing my kids. They don't even love me. I got one daughter that talks to me sometimes. I got 3 grandkids with that I all love to death. Yeah. Yeah, I'm making a gamble in my lifetime. Putting everything I got just to get my kids to love me before I'm dead. Yeah, and I'm the guy everybody comes to for answers all the time. Yeah, so I must have something. I don't know what I got, but I'm supposed to share it. So anybody wants to come and screw with me, that's probably what's going to happen today. Yeah, because I just made a video. What happened was, analyzing it right now, because I do have some gifts. Yeah, gifts. Hi guys. Yeah, that's Max and Mildred. They have babies. Basically, I don't have time to write. So anyway, something magical is happening. I don't know what, but it's been manifesting through my rehabilitation. When I made the choice and gave my heart over to myself. Yeah, love myself. So now the world's going to try and kill me, probably. There's only 5 years left. Yeah, I was told on December 15th there's only 5 years left. Yeah, I don't want nothing. I lost everything. You're better off with nothing. I'm happier when I don't have any money in my pocket. Yeah. So anyway, I have to document myself because I've been beat up all my life. Yeah, I've been beat up all my life. So I document everything. I just got ripped off over $2,500 trying to return to work. Yeah, my ship almost sunk. I had to come home and work till midnight because I don't ask Julie to do any chores. And I complain about it to myself in my head. But I deal with it because I'm a man. Yeah, I love her to death. And that's part of it. So I'm doing everything I can to protect my ass. Anyway, now I gotta get the house in order. So I got a lot of details, and I'm trying to document for the reason why I have inconsistent logbook here. And it all makes sense to me. It's the last day is 3/27 at 11:43, going live at noon. So they say I have a personality disorder. Oh, I'm so glad I'm making this video right now. They say I have a personality disorder. Yeah, I have these different personalities. I've been documented for 2 years. So I think what happened was one of my alpha, the dad personality, because the dad personality came out, and or some, I don't know what, but it's a personality aspect, and because I've been deprived of men all my life. I don't have any male friends. I've got a few guys that, the guys that had love in their hearts, they love me to death, like Jason Fraley, Larry Fulbright, Larry Holman, I think, has a piece of my heart. Paul Jensen, Michael Landon and Bill Bixby and all those guys that were, I don't have but a few male friends, and that was because I wasn't supposed to have any male friends, because I was going to be different. Yeah. I spent a lot of time trying to understand why I'm even alive. I've been dead 6 times successfully, and they keep bringing me back. Yeah. I don't want to work either. No, I want to sit around and watch TV and just play with my pigeons and stuff. Yeah. But there's work. You gotta work. Yeah, it takes work. You can't run a business unless you're doing work. And if you ain't working, why would I want to come work for you on your business? I don't think so. I'm trying to save the world here. Yeah. I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I was programmed with that. Yeah, growing up, watching the cartoons. Okay, the angels made me pay attention to what I paid attention to. They're the ones who were teaching me, guiding me for what to learn. Yeah, Mighty Mouse, here I come to save the day. Well, yeah, I'm Mighty Mouse. I'm a little guy. Yeah, and everybody uses me up, and here I'm down to 131 pounds because I work my ass off trying to make a guy happy and earn a fair wage. And so far, all he got's $800, so documented. So anyway, they already came to take me away. Yeah, they came to take me away. They came and I made a few things. I called Kroger out, for one thing, because they were gouging people at the store, the little game they were playing. And there was some banking issues where I was being charged for 2 phones, and I went to the bank. 2 phones. I never had 2 phones. So I replaced the phone, and they kept charging me for 2 phones for 1.5 to 2 years. Straight talk, billing me for 2 phones. My bank. I go to my bank and argue about it, and they were all receptive to reverse the charges the first couple of times. Huntington Bank, yeah, they're on the MRC. Huntington Bank. Well, the second time I went in there, the first time they reversed the charges. Then I went in there, second time, to show them where the work was to do with my brain, doing their job for them. I walked them through it step by step. And then they come back, and the lady was smiling, grinning behind her mask, asking me where the receipts were, because they know nobody keeps receipts. Yeah, and I never got sent any receipts. Never got one email receipt, and I think they can probably remove email from your box that they send you. Yeah, you don't know what they can do. I'm no computer whiz. I ain't got time to learn about that. We don't need all that. Everybody's going way too far with everything. Yeah, keep making everything complicated. Yeah, pushing for high tech and doing all the space exploration because they already know what's going to come out of the Garden of Light. Yeah, going to have to figure out how to live in space because ain't nobody picking up the trash. Yeah, well, nature's my mother. My mom rejected me and I spent my whole life in the woods. Yeah, I wasn't abused there. Sure, nature's love. And you guys have all destroyed it and robbed it and raped it. Yeah, passenger pigeons. Oh, I'm so mad about that. And now it might not be reversible. Yeah, buying frickin' fertilizer from Russia. Yeah, we're in big trouble. Yeah, and I got a 6-acre farm sitting out here that we're still paying property taxes on. House burned down, I almost died in it. Devastated because TV programming. Keep piling the broken stuff in the yard. Yeah, that's all documented too. Julie's been one of my studies. I've been studying her to learn about science. Yeah, go learn about the rest of society. You see, if you want to understand something very big, you have to study something very, very small. Yeah, you actually got to work. Yeah. Yeah, I think that they probably can isolate just once. I think that they can direct certain waves and frequencies and everything and direct them right at households and target incomes, and target neighborhoods. Yes. Yeah. That's so fine and dandy if there's some kind of war. Yeah, but we're not supposed to be warring in the Garden of Life. We're supposed to be working in the Garden of Life so that we can enjoy the sustenance. Yeah, you see, you got a family. You got to plant a garden so you can eat. You can't just take nature and take nature and take nature. You have to plant a garden. Yeah, because the animals have to eat too. And you all have to work in the garden. Yeah, well, all of a sudden somebody's got something else they want to do. And the next thing you know, somebody's doing two people's work. And yeah, it's a labor of love. And when nobody's helping, nobody's helping and you're responsible to feed them all. It becomes punishment, a prison, slavery. Yeah, and now everybody's basically become a slave master. Everybody wants to be their own slave master, just like everybody wanted to be a king. Yeah, well, in order for me to be king, the reason why I'm king in my castle is because I first establish a living standard that I'll accept. Yeah, and then have a little consideration for the conservation of the use of the water, for instance. Just enough is plenty. Yeah, we're wasting the water hardcore. First of all, it doesn't take a big squirt of soap. A couple of drops, a little splash of bleach. Yeah, instead of filling a whole sink, you put it in a small spaghetti pot. You wash everything in that. Save water. You don't have to flush the toilet every time you pee. Yeah, all these guys in a prison running around turning faucets on, breaking a stay. I've been studying you guys the whole damn world. I'm Jane Goodall. Yeah, and Cinderella. Male Cinderella. That's what every girl's told me for a long time. Yeah, maybe I am. I don't know. I don't know what I am. But I don't know what I'm not. Yeah, I know what I'm not. Anyway, right now I'm doing everything I can to protect my ass because I don't know what's going to happen in 5 years. I don't know what's going to happen in the next few months. But Facebook censored my video. I watched it a few times. And the more I actually study the words that came out of my mouth, the more and more I appreciate it and can see its pregnancy. If everyone listened to the words in that speech, we would have utopia. Yeah, we would. we would have utopia, and everybody would be happy. Because right now, what's happened is we've maximized the population of the planet. Yeah, we've maximized the population of the planet, and now it's at a point where, they're talking about socialism. Well, in effect, uh, the the socialism is the idea of it is kind of understandable and reasonable. But nobody with the money wants to level the playing field on the financial distribution. Yeah, because everybody's greedy and they've built up a web of lies with their lifestyles, and they keep affording themselves and affording themselves and affording themselves, wanting more and more and more. Like a weed growing in your garden. Yeah, oh, I'm at a loss for my herb file's not open on my desk, but ivy, for instance, English ivy. Oh, and it takes over the whole house and destroys the brickwork and eats the mortar. Yeah, and all the dirt that you don't tell when you don't maintain your house and the window wells for the basement windows accumulate a bunch of dirt in there and you never clean it out because you don't do the work. Yeah, to care for your own things. And then the next thing you know, the water starts holding up in there, and then the things rots out the window, and then the mortar falls apart in the brickwork, and then your house is junk. Yeah, and then some guy comes in, and the house is junk because you're drunk, watching a football game, watching a basketball game, and you don't realize that there's a fire burning your house down, in essence. Yeah, you're not paying attention. You're lazy. Yeah, gluttonous and all that. And so then you take the quick cash, and some rental property that comes in and buys it. Yeah, some guy that you wouldn't even say hi to on the street. You sell him your property so you can get the quick buck. And everybody does that. Next thing you know, it's all rental property, and they're doing just enough to make it look good from passing by. And then you pawn it off onto some poor maintenance guy to try and save. Yeah, and it's like cancer, and all the cities are cancers because everybody's neglecting the house repair for the sake of that money. Yeah, the houses they should be plowed down. Yeah, because nobody has any integrity. Yeah, or truth. Yeah, it's tattooed on my arm. They just put it there. All the tattoos I got on they just gave me. Yeah, I'm the happiest guy in the world. I tell you what, I'm on top of the world right now. I wish somebody would come up here and sit with me, because there's no one. I look back at April 28th and I made that video. Out of nowhere, out of nowhere, this magical personalities came out of me, and I made that video, and I laid out some basic things, reprimands, and it all flowed out of me, avant-garde. And then there was some pieces that were stuff from my history that I wrote, like the thing about smoking, and then the pieces that I've developed, I don't know. Somebody told me one time I was speaking in parables, and I didn't know that. But looking back and reviewing stuff, I was wow. But that the world of music video, that was prophetic. Yeah, that's prophetic. And Paul himself said that piece I did was prophetic. I've heard that before, and people at the home were, when they locked me up to label me schizophrenic, they, to get rid of me, label me schizophrenic, beat me up a little bit because they couldn't arrest me. They're mad because I made some comments on Facebook about them. Yeah, and I got their attention. With purpose. Yeah, you'd be lucky I'm not one of these sue happy people who drag you through court. Yeah, I just want you to be fair. Yeah, nobody wants to be fair. Yeah, so, it's good or bad. Those are your choices right now. It's only 5 years left. Yeah. Yeah, it's good or bad. So, yeah, it's like you choose your heart or you choose your death, in essence. And there's only like a 5 year, I don't know what, if that's when they're going to kill me. I don't know if it's the comet's going to, I don't know what's going to happen, but I was just told 6 years, a year ago, and now there's a little less than 5 years. So time is running out to start loving. Yeah, time is running out to start loving. We have to defend my mother nature. Yeah, Defenders of the Wildlife I contacted, but I haven't heard from them. Nobody wants to take me seriously. Nobody wants to do the work. Yeah, it's all propaganda. Everything's propaganda. So now it's peace or war coming soon. Yeah, I was told about the war before it happened. I was shown the text before it was a plague or an issue, and I was shown the heat wave, and I was told the day before they came and hauled me away to the psych ward that people were going to come for me and take me away, but no harm would come to me. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. All I'm doing is I'm trying to document some more of what could be the magical thing that everybody was waiting for. I don't know, but I'm not gonna. I can't not try. Yeah, I can't not try. We all have a purpose. I never knew what a purpose was. I wanted to be an archaeologist when I got exposed to dinosaur bones and fossils because I love the earth and nature, and it intrigued me. Ancient civilizations. The ancient aliens theories are fascinating. Yeah. So I'm trying to just document a little bit, and so that I can fight. Yeah, I'm cataloging so that I can fight. I'm taking on the world, literally. Now that I say it, I mean, when I made the video of the world of music, I was very angry about the guys around me that I was trying to socialize with, and a lot of my show was fueled out of them. But basically, what I think is that the subconscious and the conscious. I think a consciousness stepped in when I began the show. When I just before or sometime, I don't know. It was like I was in it was like a different app in my mind was running. Is the best way I can explain it. I'm not a techie guy. I'm just using what I have. But 11:43, going live at noon. Then my page is blank, and then at 5:28, I got the message that I had to return to my journal. I had to journal. So I put the date on there, and then second questioned the natural flow of what name was going to come out of me. So I wrote Captain Madzak after I hesitated when I should have flowed with the energy. Riley, please stop. This is the day, that's what I put on there, frantically, at 5:28 p.m. And then I wrote, and then I began my journal. So anyway, there's a lapse that whole time, but there's tons of stuff I want to write. And there's tons of stuff that I want to write for my next books. But when I was when I was trying to publish my book, Frantic, trying to make something out of myself in Julie's disaster, her sinking ship, I jumped on her ship because it was sinking. I didn't love her, nothing, didn't know her, but she needed me, and I was there. I had to. And so I stayed, and I did everything I could, and I documented as much as I could. I called it out of the frying pan and into the fire. Yeah, because I've been in the frying pan all my life. Everybody thinks I'm some kind of queer fag or sissy, or, guys always poo-poo me and put me down. But men have never liked me. But, so I made a little office in the back room where I recorded a very fascinating song that I just created when I decided to try and play and sing. And anyway, I had the office set up, and I was working on my book on my computer, and my face, I was being beaten spiritually, smacked in the thighs. I could feel the bruises on my cheekbones, and and just thinking about the next punishment, I could already feel the pain with the anticipation. So anyway, I was in a fight while trying to publish my book. I fought and I fought and I fought and I kept having failure after failure trying to successfully publish this book on a Kindle. And I couldn't do it, and I couldn't do it, I couldn't do it, and I kept going, and I kept going, and there was part of me just wanted to shout out, "God dang it," start cussing, and take the Lord's name in vain, and I fought off that through the deal, and. And I finally got a copy of it published. It was like Valentine's Day or something, or Friday, February 13th. But in essence, he was trying to get my attention. Hey, you ain't got time to write your book. I got an assignment. I got a hot sheet here. You pulled landfill duty, you know, and the Mother Earth Speaks thing that I published on my blog. It's all, oh my goodness, it's bigger than it's a big deal. Yeah, yeah. See, thing about the forest is, that which is held up too high will topple and fall. Well, that one, which is down low, will rise up without defeat. I think I might have got that backwards, but trying to kick back and then relax and enjoy myself and not have to be colorful. But I can't help that. Yeah, when you're a rainbow, you know, when yeah, you're all the colors. All this color mongering. Everybody people need to understand the rainbow is a covenant. The rainbow is a covenant that God wouldn't destroy the world again with water. Yeah, and everybody loves the rainbow. But everybody forgets because the TV's on. Yeah, the commercials there. It's trying to sell you ravioli. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and it's entrancing. Yeah, nobody liked the carnival. Yeah, damn carnival's coming to town again. Oh, well, I like to ride the ride. This is a pain in the ass. Everybody hates carnival. Yeah, it's just a bunch of beggars. All these festivals, just people begging. Begging is wrong. Yeah, just enough is plenty. Everybody's just enough is plenty. Everybody's being gluttonous and taking too much, and now there's nothing left for the earth. And the trees need to be planting, and the trash needs to be picked up, or no one will get their dessert. Yeah, we're in big trouble. Nobody cares. Selflessness and love, everyone shares. I'm desperate to do something good with my life, and it's impossible to have. I'd rather just die. Yeah. My daughter made a comment and she said, well, we can't have a relationship because we're in two different realities. And she's absolutely correct. Yeah, you're at the circus and I'm on the earth. Yeah, with nature. And she's very angry. God's very angry. Yeah. That song I made when I did the world of music. House, he made that. He made that through me using me as a tool. And I made that comment. Well, I am proud of that song. Yeah, I'm talking about angels on earth. I'm looking at all the evidence and questioning, asking for a jury. Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I am. But I know I didn't put my teeth in to make a video. That much I know. And all this is the good product out of what everyone would call abuse. Yeah, I got the spankings. I got beatings. My dad tried to kill me. Oh yeah. Yeah, drown me, throw me in the ocean, let me drown in the ocean and dig me out of the water because it was okay, and all this stuff. I went through some very hard abuse. I was always given the toughest jobs. Yeah, I was always worked like a mule, and I pull through and I succeed. And I became to be the best. And so I'm told. Yeah. So it's all about your ability to be able to develop. It comes from good parenting. Parents who care. Yeah. If you're not gonna care or take care of the kid, at least have the decency to not have any children while you're being irresponsible and gluttonous, eating fruit that you didn't help plant. Yeah, you didn't help care for the garden. Yeah, when you have, you know, promiscuous sex and cheating on your spouse and all that, it's like stealing fruit off of the plant. You didn't help in the garden and you're enjoying the fruits. Yeah, God doesn't care if you have sex, but to get love, you have to give love. You have to plant first. You have to plant the love. Yeah, you start by planting love for yourself by caring about your surroundings and cleaning up after yourself. Yeah, all the commercials about littering when I was a kid with the Indian on the palimony that was crying with the headdress on and the waist, and the Pennzoil commercial with the golfer Arnold Palmer, I think it was. Yeah, and Schoolhouse Rock and How a Bill Becomes a Law. Well, they took all that off the TVs. Yeah, they took all that off the Waltons. Yeah, well, the Waltons. Yeah, the Waltons resembles communism. Yeah, it does. And dictatorship. Yeah, dictation is teaching. Yeah, and the grandfather, you see, grandfather is basically the king of the family because in most cases great-grandfather's already passed. So the grandfather's now the new king, and he's the one with the root of the knowledge. Yeah, the taproot. So when the taproot dies, the plant dies. Well, the grandfather's the root, and his son is your father. You see, it's about it grows. The leaves and the fruit can't grow without the root. That's where all the nutrients come from, the root. Yeah. And if you don't have good roots, you can't have good plants with good fruits. Yeah. Or, when you feel a little tickle on one hole in your snoot. Or there's that little tiny pebble sometimes in your boot. But you trudge on another step without a wince on your face because you've got a task to do and you got to get to someplace. And then you take the stone out of your boot. Yeah. Time and place, best opportunity. Always do the hardest work first. It all starts with using the brain God gave us. Yeah. And that's information that you get from your dad. And if you can't get it from your dad, find a dad to get it from. Yeah. Find a TV dad if there's a wise person on TV. Michael Landon, Little House on the Prairie, was a great example of a dad and a man. Yeah. Time and place. Michael Landon could kick some ass. Yeah. Any man can when he has to. But nobody wants to do that. That's why we got to use our head. Hurting people is easy to do. Anybody can do that. That's no challenge. Yeah, that's no challenge. Anyway, 33 minutes, 34 minutes. I think that's long enough. Yeah. I don't think I need to document another word. Matter of fact. Yeah. Anyway, peace, love, and who cares. Yeah. Be the change. Be the difference. I love you.